everybody. It is Gardener Julia here, and I am at the Ventura Park Garden today. Hello, all my Ventura Park students. Today we have a very fun topic to talk about, but you have to figure out what that topic is. I have a couple clues to share with you to help you figure out what it is. All right, so our topic of the day is still a secret. I have this topic in my pocket, so it can fit in my pocket. Your three clues are: this thing is older than the dinosaurs. What? Older than the dinosaurs? That's so old. It is more important than money. More important than money. And it can fall without breaking. Take a guess. This thing is water. So water is very, very old, right? I would argue that it is more valuable than money, right? We need water to survive. And it can fall. It falls all the time from the sky and it does not break. Now that we know that our topic is water, I have some questions to start thinking about it. My first question is, why is water so important? Water is so important because plants and animals need it to survive. Are we an animal? We are an animal, so we need water also to survive. So it's really important for human beings. Our second question, how does water help our garden? Well, it's similar to our first answer. Plants and animals need it to survive. And my final question is, where does water come from? At home, I just turn on the faucet and it comes out of there. I can get it from the store in water bottles, right? But where does it come from before that? Water has been on our planet for billions of years. You cannot make new water, and you also cannot destroy water, meaning all of the water that we have on our planet is the same water we've always had. Water does change though. So it changes through something that we call the water cycle. Our water cycle has 4 big words that we're going to learn together today. To think about our water cycle, let's start by imagining a pond, a nice cool pond, and it becomes summertime, and the sun comes out and starts shining on our pond, and all of that water starts to heat up. What happens to water when it heats up? When you spill maybe some water on your shirt, does your shirt stay wet for the rest of the day? No, it dries. It evaporates into the air. So our first stage is evaporation. So now all of the water that was in our pond is now floating around in the air, goes into our nice cold sky, and all of that water in the sky condenses into a cloud. Our next big word is condensation. So now all of our water that used to be in the pond is in a cloud up in the sky, and clouds, they can get very, very, very heavy, and they hold so much water, and after a while they can't hold on to it anymore, and they drop it, and they drop it as what comes out of clouds? Rain. Another word for this is precipitation. All right, and all of that precipitation falls from the sky and onto the ground, where all of that water then collects, maybe in places like our oceans or underground as groundwater, or as our nice little pond that we started with. And the cycle goes around and around and around again. Now, together, let's say our 4 big words again. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection. To remember the words of our water cycle, I have a fun song to sing. It also has some hand motions that some of you might remember. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, that's the way. Round and round goes the water cycle, never stopping any day. Now sing it with me. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, that's the way. Round and round goes the water cycle, never stopping any day. Now we're gonna go on a little raindrop hunt through the garden. Can you think of what stage of the water cycle this is? Well, it's raining outside right now, which means that this is precipitation happening. After it falls on the ground, this is the collection phase. So we're looking for where water is collecting in the garden. I'm spotting some raindrops collecting on the leaves of this arugula right here. Let's take a look. Some tiny raindrops. This isn't a raindrop, but I'm noticing that our soil is nice and wet from all of this rain that we've been getting. I'm in the garden and I have a bunch of raindrops all over my rain jacket. Here's our rain gauge. Oh, we've been getting so much rain lately. It's all the way full. Sure. Nasturtium leaves are really good at catching water, so I'm gonna hold it out and see if I can catch a few. That is all the water that I found in the garden today. You can be a water detective too, and the next time you go outside to take a walk or you're looking out your window when it's raining, see if you can find any raindrops or water falling from the sky. All right, my friends, now we are going to do a fun art project together. This is a garden art project. We're basically going to be turning soil and water into watercolors to make a beautiful painting together. I would recommend you have the help of an adult. I am sitting outside, so I also recommend that you find a nice, relaxing place outside to do this because it can get a little bit messy. Some supplies that will be helpful are paper, which I have, a little bowl of water, some paintbrushes, although you can also use your hands and your fingers, and also a variety of different soil samples. So I dug up some soil that are 3 different colors. I have some light soil, some medium colored soil, and some very dark garden soil as well. What I'm going to do to start is I'm going to take a little bit of water and mix it in with all 3 of my soil samples. I'm basically gonna make paint with all 3 of these. I'm just taking a pen. At first, you don't have to do this to mark out what I'm going to draw. And it's raining. And that's what I'm gonna use as a little guide for how to paint. I will see you all next month for another garden lesson.